So, I was running my Mondstadt commissions when I heard this OST playing. My first thought was that this sounds like Enkanomiya's OST. My second thought was, I'm in Mondstadt. I should not be hearing Enkanomiya's OST in Mondstadt. So, cue a rabbit hole of me trying to find the OST that I was suddenly thinking of because I wanted to compare them together. And turns out I wasn't hearing things. This is the one that I found. I wonder if you guys can also hear the similarities. So obviously they're not exactly the same, right? However, there's a leitmotif they share that plays at the beginning of each OST, and it's that piano melody that you hear. To put it simply, a leitmotif is a musical theme or melody that is recurrent in a piece of media. Genshin is loaded with them. For example, people often joke about photon of fluctuation being the real main theme of Genshin because its leitmotif is used in so many different character trailers. Anyway, I tried layering these two piano melodies from Mondstadt's Stealing Words of the Moon with this track from Enkanomiya that I don't think has a name yet, and this was the result that I got. As you can see, they're slightly different melodies to fit different moods, but the overall pattern is still the same. And upon further investigation, I quickly realized that there is actually a second Mondstadt OST with the same leitmotif, and it's called A New Day with Hope. Using my limited music theory knowledge these days, I think you can still hear the differences between each individual track. Mondstadt's day theme, for example, is faster paced and it bounces between notes that are in happier sounding chords. It's more hopeful, like the name suggests. Meanwhile, Mondstadt's night theme and Enkanomiya's piano melody are both solemn, slowed down, and use sad sounding chords. But they're still distinct from one another and they set different moods. It makes sense because they're from different regions. Here is my various attempts at layering the three tracks over each other, and I just want to say that the version with all three of them together sounds really creepy. So yeah, Genshin's musicians may have many reasons to reuse a leitmotif from some earlier tracks, and we can't be certain with any conclusion we come to. However, this isn't the first track from Enkanomiya that takes from Mondstadt's OST, and we also learned some important things about the missing god of time from the Byakuyakoku collection. The connections to Mondstadt exist, and this leitmotif is but one abstract example. If you were to ask me, looking at the two names of these Mondstadt tracks, one of them represents day or the sun, and one of them represents night or the moon. Considering the star of Enkanomiya's lore is the Dainichi Mikoshi, quite literally their artificial sun, perhaps this was why the devs were inspired to reference this leitmotif that the two Mondstadt tracks share. The Dainichi Mikoshi, i.e. Helios, with its white night and evernight mechanics, seems to fit thematically with these two tracks that are the themes of day and night within Mondstadt. Anyway, feel free to share your ideas and comments below. Alternatively, you can find me on my Twitter at windflowerlia, where I type crazy conspiracy theories and sometimes post things that make sense. Anyway. Please, if you are knowledgeable about music theory, I would love to read your analysis on these similarities and also share them with everyone. Let the wind lead. Bye bye!